So before we get into it, I would just love to give you a little gist of what this knowledge is all about. Even take out the word, you would have heard about yoga. Yoga is a very common word. I would like you to just tell me what you have understood about yoga. Yes, please.
Yoga means, as I heard, I never been in the yoga, but
What's yoga? Any idea?
Just only training to relax, to forget.
To relax.
To forget the entire world.
Entire world.
Yeah.
Any idea about yoga?
I would say it's like a therapy to heal your body and mind.
Yeah, heal the body and mind. Yeah,
Yeah, it's discipline and the stretching, I think.
discipline and stretching.
Yeah.
Right.
Something on being understanding ourselves.
Understanding ourselves.
Meditation.
Yeah.
I think to relax the mind.
Relax the mind.
It's something to keep your soul and body together.
Yeah, educate your soul. Yes, any ideas?
Balance,
Bring in balance.
bringing balance, mind and body, energy,
Yeah,
going into yourself.
very good.
I believe it's a connection between the body and the brain.
And the mind.
Yeah.
Yes. I think Archana knows.
Spiritual and mental well-being, hopefully
Spiritual
going
and
through
mental
nirvana.
well-being. Very good.
For me, meditation and also exercise, toning of muscle.
Toning
I
of
just
muscles.
wanted
Pradeep, I think you know.
To live the healthy
In
life.
fact, you covered many of this, which is actually included in the word yoga. Take out the word yoga from our head. They always say, harmony is everything in the world, whether it's in the house, in a business, or in a society. In the house, the husband and wife is in harmony. Then that family is beautifully enjoying life. Then only the children are also strong mentally. Otherwise, the children becomes emotionally imbalanced if parents are not in harmony. Even the childhood, if they suffer, undergo tensions, and they see the parents not in harmony, they will always have emotional imbalances as they. So the harmonious existence of a family gives the best to the family. It makes a beautiful home. Otherwise, it's just a house with facilities. Take the businesses. When partners are in harmony, a business thrives. Take the case of even a society. When members are in harmony, automatically the society also gets the best out of everything. Take up the human beings, even your missionaries, or even your vehicles if you observe. We always would love to go to the best of mechanic. For what? To synchronize the components of the mission to such an extent that you get the maximum or optimum fuel efficiency or engine life, and you can enjoy a fantastic journey. So that harmony or coordination in anything gives the best optimum results in any association. Coming back to human beings, we human beings have different dimensions in outlook. We are not just a physical frame. We are bound by different dimensions. One is called the food sheath or just the body. We call it as food sheath, or Annamaya we call it. Annamaya kosha. Kosha means sheath. Your body, the external body, is actually constituted according to how you eat, how you exercise, and how it relates to your body that brings in that harmony for you to be in health. This is called the food sheath. Now this food sheath is directly proportional to how well you breathe. The second dimension of a human personality is called the air sheath. All of us, we breathe. Without breath there is no life, which we all know. Now how well we breathe, we need to realize. We need to understand, because breathing plays a very major role in our day-to-day life. And we don't have chargers. In fact, all the current in the body comes by how well you breathe. So breathing plays a major role. So the second dimension of a human personality is called the air sheath. And third is called the mind sheath, mind all the time it has its own expressions of emotions. The mind is directly proportional. Also, whenever your mind is agitated or frustrated or tensed up, immediately there is palpitation, breathlessness, fast breathing. It is said, we are born and we are told that you will be having this much breath to live. So if your breathing is very fast, your life is also fast. So if you can improve the quality of your breath, you can improve the quality of your life also. Many times we have breathlessness, palpitation, tensions, and if you do not know how to take care of them, automatically your life also is not having that quality. You're just passing through life. This is called the second dimension. Third is called the mind sheath. The mind is directly proportional to your breathing. For example, if your child or your dear one has not reached home in time, supposed to come at 7 o'clock, it's already 7:30 or 7:45, you are trying to call him or her and she's not picking up. And you try to get them to a friends or someone, you don't get them. Immediately what happens? Your mind becomes upset and depressed, palpitation, pat starts. And then you call them, they're not picking the phone. Again you become agitated or frustrated. So, how your mind operates, accordingly the breath also correspondingly operates. And how does the mind operate? Mind operates by the fourth dimension of your personality called the understanding sheath. After half an hour, he or she calls and says, oh, I'm sorry, my mobile had some issue and I couldn't call you. Okay. Then understanding makes you relaxed and calm. So if you see the human dimensions, one is called which one is the base? Foot sheath. I'll ask questions, sir. Foot sheath. Second?
Air sheet.
Air sheath. Fantastic. Give a clap. Third is what? Mind sheath. Fantastic. Fourth? Understanding, intellectual or scientific blend of mind. The entire essence of knowledge that you have is understanding. Whenever you come to a place, a new place, you do not know the place, you are a little apprehensive how to go about, and anxieties can be there. But over a period of time, you understand the place better, you broaden your outlook, naturally you develop confidence, strength, courage, fearlessness, and you execute things better. Tomorrow anyone comes, you say, don't worry, I am there. How? You have broadened your outlook. That's why. So in every dimension, if you broaden, that makes you confident, courageous, and helps you to gain anything and everything that you are looking for in life. So understanding sheath plays a very major role in our day-to-day life. That's why we say knowledge is power. Knowledge matured to wisdom gives strength and capacity to face anything. So understanding sheath. And the fifth sheath is the most sought after sheath that we are all looking for in life. Do you know what it is? Peace. And happiness. Ultimate aim, there are so many people coming to Dubai every day. Either it's a business, family, children, job, whatever. Ultimately it is what? For happiness. So the first is called foot sheath. Second, air sheath. Third, mind sheath. Fourth, understanding sheath. And fifth is called happiness sheath. So if the four dimensions are well coordinated, happiness manifests in us. And happiness is called godliness. In different ways, in different paths. We always look for this happiness. Every day you pray. Every day you pray to God for peace and happiness and everything. And the beauty is, He has already put all the beautiful quality in all of us. Whenever I say a lie or whenever I do something which is not good for me, who feels guilty first? It is me, I myself. Whenever you're not supposed to eat something or do something which you have to do it, immediately it makes me feel guilty. And it transcends into weaknesses, transcends into the mind as emotions, transcends into breath as breathlessness and palpitations, and it transcends into your body and you say, I am not in ease, then what are you in? I am in dis and ease. What manifests? Diseases manifest. The entire psychosomatic diseases manifest because of the uneasiness on the upper level, manifesting in different layers, finally culminating into the hardware or the gross aspects of your body called the food sheath or your physical frame. Clear on it? That's why many of the diseases, if you observe, are psychosomatic. Let it be blood pressure, your cholesterol, your cancers, your arthritis, your asthma, depression, hypertension. All these are nothing but psychosomatic ailments. And you can never cure these diseases. It can only be treated. That's why you go to a doctor, there's no cure for a diabetic. They go on telling what? Tablets and tablets and tablets, finally insulin. Asthma, go on taking tablets and tablets, finally steroids. For arthritis, cut and paste operations. Depressions, add on tablets. Is there any cure? There is no cure. They can only treat the disease because they touch upon only the hardware. The problem is the software, not the hardware. Even if you see the medical science, 5.5 years, they teach you anatomy, physiology, pathology, gynecology, dentistry, pharmacology, all these colleges you learn which is related to the physical body. But how does this imbalances happen is not taught to them. That's why they don't have cure. Whereas in this science, you are understanding the entire dimensions of a human personality. Your breathing is understood. The science of breath has to be understood. Your mind has to be understood. How mind operates has to be understood. And how these culminates into you being happy or unhappy is clearly defined. And you are the best master to treat yourself. No one in the world can treat you. For this you need to understand what is your physical frame, what is disturbing you, where you need to set right, and the entire essence of knowledge integration makes your body the best. Clear on the subject? And why I am telling about this is because when you are not in harmony with your physical body because of a health issue, you are not in harmony because of some breathing issues, when you are not in harmony because of your mental trauma or tension that you are undergoing, when you are not in harmony because of non-acceptance of certain person or a situation or a circumstance, when you are not in harmony with yourself, how can you give harmony to the people around you? It can be in your family, your colleagues, your friends, wherever you are in disharmony. When you are in disharmony, you cannot give harmony to the world around you. Right? Am I right or wrong? The science of to understand how you can be in harmony is the essence of this knowledge. And the door is open. We can. Yogic science basically aims. That's why if you say go to Ayurveda, I think all of you know what is Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Ayurveda, Ayurvedic spas, herbal medicines, massages they do. Yes, it also helps to a certain extent. If you take the modern medical science, they give you synthetic chemicals. What is it? Synthetic chemicals. Your body is a bio-organic magnetic system. Whenever you take the synthetic chemical, your system goes into problem. Kidney goes, liver goes, pancreas goes, finally I also go fast. That's what is happening. Ayurveda, for example, whenever you have imbalance, be human beings, wherever we are or whomever we are all having this composition called acidic, alkaline, gaseous content we are all made up of. Whenever you are having imbalances because of your eating habits, sleeping habits, or any imbalances, it can be shown in the body and Ayurveda can help. But again, there is no direct cure for a blood pressure or diabetic or anything. Anyone has been to homeopathy doctors? Homeopathy? Yeah. If you are going to homeopathy doctors, they will always ask you, what do you like to eat? Whether you like it hot or cold. Whether you like to sleep on the right side or left side. Whether you like to have the food hot or cold. And all these characteristics of yours are understood for them to understand the chemical imbalances in the body. Then how does the chemical imbalance happen is what we need to realize. In a house, there are 10 members, maybe some of them are sick. All are not having the same sickness. One can be a migraine, one can be a headache, one can be mental tension, one can be total tension, one can be hypertension, it can be different. Why? If food and situation are the same, disease also should be same. Why is there different diseases? This is where we need to realize yogic science comes under the highest of health management. Because in your day-to-day life, you are faced, the world is not a bed of roses. You have challenges in front of you which we need to face. We can have problems, situations where we need to really act upon. For example, a child, whenever a child is having examinations, a child cannot say, I am stressed and depressed. A child who says, I am stressed and depressed, we very clearly know the child is not studied. A child who has studied wants to write examinations. A child who has not studied is not able to face. So any problem and situation that the child faces is because of his incapacity or inability to face the situation. Likewise in human lives, whenever you are able to face a situation or you have the ability to face a person, you are not stressed. But whereas, whenever you are not able to face them, you become stressed and depressed. So, realizing, because you have immense potential, and once you realize your strength, automatically what happens is, you are able to face any situation, or circumstance, or people, and there's nothing in the world as stress. You know? But the problem is today, we don't have time, if you notice. All the time we are busy and busy and busy. Job, office, guest, so many things. Every day you are stretching yourself, right or wrong. So you go on stretching and stretching and stretching and stretching. Till when? Till you land on the stretcher, there is no time. When you land on the stretcher, there is ample of time, money, everything. By the time you are already not able to manage yourself, someone has to manage you. When someone manages you, it can be a management or a mismanagement. That's where we are in doldrums. Yogic science clearly defines how you can learn to manage yourself by understanding the 5 dimensions. Whenever you buy a mobile, we usually don't go to the instructor's manual, though you get it. Because we know how to put a battery, unless of course you want to go to specific, right? Well, unless we want to go to specifics. Likewise, in our own life, our parentage, the place we are born, the culture, the education, the experiences, the instructor's manual that we have for our life, isn't it? But whenever I am not able to face a situation or a circumstance or something is beyond my understanding, then I go to a doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist to solve the issue. Yogic science actually is a fantastic instructor's manual of a human personality. Clear? Any back issues can be absolutely cured. Any types of health issues can be rectified. It's very, very clear. Before that, the first thing that we need to understand is how to improve ourselves on the power of breathing. Sit straight, all of you. Back straight. Breathing, our stomach is going in. This is called reverse breathing or thoracic breathing. Inhale, you have to push your stomach out. Exhaling, it has to go in. So the basic fundamental breathing I'll teach you initially so that you understand how to do the proper breathing. The thumb represents fire or heat in the body, and this represents the wind or air in the body. This represents space in the element in your systems, and this is your earth element, and this is water element. So what is this?
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Space.
Space, the highest is space. Earth only ring fingers, earth, like only the earth you have rings and all. Then this is water. You understood? So these 5 elements should be dominant in all of us, like how it is dominant in the world of nature. What is this fire? The heat in your body is your fire. The lymphatic system in the body, if it is not having that sufficient heat, automatically malfunctioning can be there. This is the air. Oxygen level should be very high. If oxygen is not there, automatically we have so much of imbalances. Today we are all breathing, but only in the AC. In the AC, the oxygen level may not be that much. That's why so much of imbalances are there for people suffering. There are elementary imbalances. Space. What is space? Even a traffic cannot move if there is no space. Likewise, if you don't relax or if you don't take time for yourself, sometimes we say, no, please give me my space. Leave me alone for some time. Because the space is required for you to charge. Even within the body, the blood should have space, otherwise the blood cannot move. Space element. And this is earth element. Your body is made up of acidic, alkali, gaseous in content. Imbalances in this can have imbalances on your body. And water element. So these 5 elements represents. Now for example, if you have digestion problem or any indigestion, constipation, you had heavy food, digestion is not happening, just keep like this, in 10 minutes you will feel comfortable. These are all mudras, different. I am not going into it's a very big science and knowledge on that, but at least for your tips, as a tip you can use it. Whenever you are eaten too much and you feel indigestion, you can apply this called the Apana Mudra. You know, constipation and all, it helps. When you have hair fall, you want to improve on overall things, you can keep like this. This helps.
No, I don't need
At least 15 minutes. I don't need
Sorry, what?
it. He's so much used to it, he doesn't want it. So they don't have to do all this drama here.
Yeah.
When we go for yoga training, initially, first they do a shave off our head. Only 50% of your problem is solved. Otherwise, all the time you have to think about combing and all.
Guys, this is what I'm telling you all the time. Cut off.
So that's why they take off or shave off the head.
I'll do it tomorrow.
You understood now? So coming back to Kapalbhati again. So these mudras are very effective. Very effective. Those who have suddenly a chest pain or anything, there's one mudra very good to know at least. You have to keep your index finger touching the base of the thumb. That means the wind energy touching the heat. And this, if you touch, immediate relief for any heaviness in the chest you can experience. Called Hridaya Mudra, very, very powerful and very
But only
just 15
only
20
one.
minutes. Huh?
Only one.
No, they will be well placed in the shelf, I know. You know, whenever we attend a course, very specific, I want that paper, this file, nicely put it in the shelf, course is over, that's it. Whereas here, when you don't give, you please pay attention to it. Don't worry. Whatever. That's it. That's it. Perfect. That's it. Perfect. Yeah. Now, this consciously do it regularly. It's very, very good, Kapalbhati, to strengthen your abdominal muscles. Initially, you may get slight pain. It's just fat turning to muscle, nothing to worry. Okay? You just have to do it regularly. This is one technique which you can learn. One more breathing I would like to teach you today. It is this called Vajrasana. Please tell me. I think Prakash should just do it. Sit down. Better? Yeah. You're okay? Yeah, fine. Keep it the other way. Together. Yeah. Sit down. Wait a minute. Yeah, sit down. Perfect. You're okay? Breathe through that. Breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. Inhale slowly. Try to push your stomach out as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale very slowly, fully. Whenever you're inhaling, you're energizing, holding, so blood purifies by holding the breath. Exhaling with the sound, the lower part of the lungs are purified. Now take a deep breath, all of you. Hold the breath. Exhale with the sound. Hold without the breath. Don't take the breath till I say. Just hold without the breath. Now inhale. You want to fill it up, right? So, whenever you are without the breath, what happens? You want to take more. So, this helps you to enhance your lung capacity. So, every time you are doing the breathing, you are inhaling, taking more oxygen, purifying the blood. When you are exhaling, the sound makes you purify the lungs. And whenever you are again holding without the breath, you want to take more breath. So, every time you do is, you are purifying on one side and also ensuring your lung capacity to be more also. Gradually the ratio of 4:2 has to be enhanced to 6:3, 8:3, gradually 10:5, 12:5. So what happens? Your lung capacity increases, evening and all will be fresh again. You will not be that much tired. There are so many rectifications on the breathing that we need to work on. You know, if you really pay attention, I'm telling you, fantastic results you will get. You will never feel tired, your system will start functioning better, and your energy level also will be very high. Clear? So this is the fundamental base of the breathing that I'm going to teach you today. It's very, very important to know, and I'll explain to you also the science so that then you know why you're doing it. You know, when you sit in Vajrasana, the importance is, it's called, Vajra means diamond. Your body becomes like a diamond. Whenever you are standing for a long time, you get these varicose veins. You know what is varicose veins? Over a period of time, the veins start protruding, and there is no cure in modern treatment. But in 10 days, you can find lasting changes to good health if you sit in this. Also, very good immediately to sit after food, this posture, Vajrasana. With this called, there's a nadi. Nadi means there are 108 major junctions in the body where the muscles, nerves, tendons, bones all join together. And one of the major junction is called Vajra Nadi. The moment you sit in Vajrasana, it immediately connects. That's why it is adopted in our namaz postures. Even after food they eat, Japanese they try to sit in this posture, it helps them to digest the food faster. And you know, why do we get varicose vein? Whenever we stand for long, for example, you don't have not only one heart, we have 3 hearts. You'll be surprised, which is 3 hearts. Your calf muscle actually functions like that of a heart when you stand for a long time. It has to pump the blood up. Whenever you stand for a long time, the calf muscle becomes tired. It becomes tired, pumping reduces, and the stagnant blood settles in the lower part of the. We see there is a person. Before getting fever, you say, I feel feverish. Fever has not entered your physical body, but it has entered your bioplasmic body. And then next day you say, I got fever. It has entered your physical body. Whenever you do this breathing, you can immediately see the aura body becomes very strong, and your magnetic field also becomes strong. You can immediately feel how the body develops the heat. That's what I'm making you do this practice today.